Welcome to TT-Buddhism, a peaceful corner where the timeless teachings of the Buddha meet the challenges of modern life. Here, we believe that even a single mindful moment, a gentle reminder, or a short story rooted in compassion can help you regain your strength, clarity, and inner peace. This channel is not only for those who've been practicing Buddhism for years. It's for everyone, students, parents, professionals, or anyone going through a tough time, searching for more meaning, more balance, and more calm in their lives. Our goal is to share simple yet powerful teachings from the Buddha, not in a distant or complicated way, but through relatable stories, real-life reflections, and heartfelt guidance that speaks to your soul. Today's video is a special one, inspired by a heartfelt comment from a young girl. She wrote that she was struggling deeply with laziness and sleepiness, especially with her exams approaching. She felt stressed, unfocused, and most painfully, she said that she no longer found value in her life. Her words touched us deeply. But we also realized she's not alone. Many people, especially young people today, silently fight the same inner battles: lack of motivation, fear of failure, self-doubt, and the feeling of being overwhelmed. So this message, though inspired by her, is for all of you who may be feeling tired, lost, or thinking about giving up. If you're someone who wakes up each day feeling like you're falling behind, if you're struggling to stay focused or feel like life has no meaning right now, if you're tired of your own mind telling you you're not enough, then this video is for you. Let us gently walk beside you, offering you not judgment, but understanding, not pressure, but presence. And not empty motivation, but the deep wisdom of the Buddha, a wisdom that has helped millions of people rise, heal, and rediscover the strength within. Stay with us. You're not alone. Let's begin with the first struggle: laziness and sleepiness, especially when it comes to studying or waking up early in the morning. We all know that feeling. You open your eyes in the morning, and your mind whispers, just 5 more minutes. The bed is warm, the room is quiet, and your brain, still half asleep, convinces you that staying a little longer won't hurt. But here's the truth. That's the very first lie your mind tells you. You give in for 5 minutes, then it becomes 10, then 30. And before you know it, the day has slipped away, and with it your chance to grow, learn, or make progress. The same mind that told you to stay in bed will now start blaming you. You're wasting time. You're going to fail. Why didn't you start earlier? That's how our own mind becomes both the tempter and the accuser. But the Buddha knew this nature of the mind. He once said, "It is easy to do what is harmful, what brings regret and suffering. But what is good, what brings peace and self-respect, is always hard to do." And that's why getting up early is hard, because it leads to something good, something meaningful. Now, here's a quote we truly love, and it applies perfectly here. If you do what is easy today, your life will be hard tomorrow. But if you do what is hard today, your life will be easy tomorrow. Getting out of bed, choosing discipline over comfort, and sitting down to study, these are small, difficult acts. But they build a life of ease, strength, and self-respect. And here's something powerful to remember. It only takes 3 weeks. If you can wake up early and stick to your routine for just 21 days, it will become a habit. The struggle will fade, It won't feel like a battle anymore. It'll become part of your natural rhythm. So when your eyes open tomorrow morning and your mind says, just 5 more minutes, smile at that voice and don't listen. Instead, rise with purpose, refresh yourself, begin your day. You're not weak, you're training yourself to be strong. Now let's talk about something almost every student and even adults can relate to: feeling overwhelmed, stressed, and unfocused when important tasks or deadlines approach, especially during exams. It's natural to feel anxious when your exams are near. Your mind feels cluttered, thoughts race. You sit down to study, but your attention is all over the place. You think about everything you haven't studied yet, and that thought alone drains your energy. It's like trying to run while carrying a mountain on your back. But here's what we want you to remember. You don't have to carry everything at once. The key is focus, but not on everything, just one thing at a time. When you begin studying, forget the entire syllabus. Let go of the worry about how much time is left. Just tell yourself, right now, I only need to focus on this one page, this one lesson, this one small section. One of the most effective ways to do this is by using the Pomodoro technique. It's simple. Study for 20 minutes with full focus. Take a 5-minute break. Then repeat the cycle. In those 20 minutes, give your full attention to a single topic. When your thoughts wander, gently guide them back. You'll be surprised how much you can cover with focused, bite-sized effort. Little by little, your anxiety will begin to ease. And if you're someone who hasn't studied enough and is now panicking, please know this: you are not alone, and more importantly, you still have time to try. But even if, and this is just an if, you don't do well on your exam this time, do not let it define you. Failing once does not mean you are a failure. The Buddha taught that even when we fall, it's the act of rising again that creates inner strength. No matter how many times you fall behind, fall short, or fall apart, what matters is this: get back up again and again. You are not weak for falling. You are strong for trying again. Now let's gently approach the most tender question of all. What if I no longer find meaning in life? When a young person says they no longer feel value in their existence, it's not something we take lightly. It's a cry from the heart, and we hear you. This sense of emptiness can come quietly, especially when you feel like you're falling behind, when the world feels too loud, or when your efforts go unnoticed. But here's the truth that Buddhism reminds us. We are not born with value. We create it. When we were born, we came into this world empty-handed. We didn't have degrees, money, talents, or status. Yet, the Buddha taught that, as human beings, we have the rare and precious opportunity to build our value through learning, kindness, effort, and mindfulness. So if you're struggling to study, if you're lacking motivation for yourself, then try this. Don't do it just for you. Do it for those who love you. Look at your parents. Look at the people who have quietly stood by you even when you didn't notice. Maybe they don't say it out loud every day, but they love you deeply, and they are rooting for you. Imagine one day walking up to them with a bright smile and saying, "Mom, Dad, I made it." Not because you had to, but because you chose to rise, to keep going, and to make them proud. And if you feel alone and think no one loves you, know this: we care. This message is proof that someone is thinking of you, hoping for your healing, and wishing for your happiness. You don't have to figure everything out today. You just have to keep moving, one small step at a time, one breath at a time. You are already valuable, not because of what you've done, but because of what you're capable of becoming. The path to meaning isn't something we find outside. It's something we create within, through action, through love, through purpose. And it always begins now. If there's one message we hope stays deep in your heart after watching this video, it is this: never give up. Not on your dreams, not on your efforts, and above all, not on yourself. Life is not always gentle. There will be moments when you feel like everything is slipping out of your hands, like you've tried and failed again and again. You may feel tired, discouraged, even ashamed for not being where you think you should be. But you know what? That's okay. Because failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the path that leads you there. The Buddha never taught us to avoid challenges. He taught us to look at suffering, to understand it, and to rise above it with wisdom and courage. And part of that courage is the simple, quiet decision to keep going, even when no one sees, and even when your own mind tells you it's useless. Maybe you didn't do well on your exams. Maybe you've wasted days scrolling, sleeping, or doubting yourself. Maybe you've broken promises to yourself so many times that you wonder if it's even worth trying again. But here's the truth: it is always worth trying again. You can fall once, 10 times, or 1,000. But your strength is measured not by how many times you've stumbled, but by how many times you're willing to stand back up. The greatest people in history didn't succeed because they were always perfect. They succeeded because they were resilient, because they refused to give up. So don't let a temporary setback define your future. Don't let one dark moment decide the story of your life. Keep trying. Keep waking up. Keep choosing to believe that even small efforts matter. You never know. Maybe the next time you rise will be the moment everything begins to change. And when that moment comes, you'll look back and be grateful that you didn't quit. You'll see how far you've come, and you'll know deep within your heart that you were never truly lost. You were just becoming strong. Now that you've made the decision not to give up, what comes next? You don't need a grand plan or perfect conditions. What you need is a small step, taken today with sincerity. Start by setting a gentle routine. You don't need to study for 5 hours straight. Just begin with 20 minutes of focused effort, and then reward yourself with a 5-minute break. Use this time not just to finish something, but to build momentum. Remember, progress is not about speed, it's about direction. If your mind feels restless or distracted, try sitting quietly each morning for just 5 minutes. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, feel the air moving in and out of your body. Let your thoughts come and go like passing clouds. No judgment, no pressure, just presence. That is mindfulness, and it is one of the most powerful tools you can carry on your journey. And as you go through your day, remind yourself, I am doing this not only for myself, but for those who love me. I am learning, growing and rising again for them and for me. This simple thought can turn even the most ordinary task into something meaningful. Celebrate your little victories. Woke up early today? That's a win. Focused for 20 minutes? That's a win. Resisted the urge to give up when things got hard? That's a big win. Don't wait for some big result to feel proud of yourself. You are already succeeding just by trying. And if ever you feel lost again, come back to this space. Come back to TT-Buddhism. This is a place where you are always welcome. A place where no one expects perfection, only sincerity. We are here not to push you, but to walk with you. Not to give you rules, but to remind you of your inner light. So keep going. Not with pressure, but with love. Not to prove anything, but to grow into who you truly are. And no matter how small the step, if it is taken in the right direction, it is enough. As we come to the end of this special video, take a moment to pause and breathe. If you've made it this far, it means you care. You care about your life, your growth, your peace, even if you're struggling right now. And that alone is a beautiful thing. Don't underestimate the courage it takes just to listen, to reflect, and to keep going when life feels heavy. Today we've talked about overcoming laziness, facing exam stress, and rediscovering your sense of meaning. But beneath all of these struggles is one timeless truth. You are not broken. You are becoming. The pain you feel now is not the end. It is the soil from which your strength will grow. And no matter where you are in life, whether you're a student, a parent, a teacher, or simply someone trying to find your way, remember that you are never alone. Here at TT-Buddhism, we walk this path together, with compassion, with understanding, with peace. We want to thank the little girl whose comment inspired this entire message. And we want to thank you, our dear listener, for spending these few minutes with us, for trusting us to share a little light with you today. If this video has touched you, even in a small way, we invite you to like, share, and subscribe to TT-Buddhism. Your support helps this community grow, and it allows these teachings to reach those who may be silently struggling, just like you once were. And before we close, we offer you this blessing from our heart to yours. May you be well, may you be strong, may you live with peace in your heart and clarity in your mind. May you rise again and again, no matter how many times you fall. And may you one day realize the Four Noble Truths and walk the path of freedom taught by the Buddha. With love and light, TT-Buddhism.